Hi, friends. If you are planning your Thanksgiving, this video is for you. Basically, I'm going to go through each one of these slides and tell you how to do it. Now, obviously, you'll have to come back to this video. You'll have to pause the video. But one way I've found is that if you're playing the video and you just scroll through, you'll be able to see which page I'm on pretty quickly. So you can come back to this video for reference whenever you need help. So, title page, you are planning your Thanksgiving. This page, you don't really do anything. This is just some instructions showing you that across the top here, you do have different settings. So you can go and you can, let's say, you can insert images that you have either uploaded, or you can search the web. You can look for them in your drive. You can insert links, images directly from your camera there. Another thing that it's kind of pointing out is your tools. So you do have a lot of tools here, like your line tool, your scribble tool. You can use this little button as kind of like a quick button to insert images. You can insert shapes. So that's really what this page is telling you. This page is saying, hey, if you want it printed and you want to do it that way, absolutely, and I can help you with that. This is really just breaking down the entire project just at a glance. And then here's your table of contents. And then here's basically the beginning of your instructions, saying, and it just talks about what activities are included. Here's where you actually start, page 7. Okay, that's pretty easy. We're just going to click on this box down here. Oh, is there not a box? Well, if you come into that problem and there's not a box, you can just use this little text box tool, insert that box, and then you can put your name there. And then let's go to the next page. Again, more planning. Here's where you're going to be brainstorming. So here you're going to list your main course ideas for vegetables, main course, appetizers, side dishes, desserts. Page 10. For this, your budget, we're going to say, is $100. So there you go. There's your $100. Now we are to page 11. Again, you have $100 total to basically plan your meal. Page 12, your dinner must include the following items. And remember, this is only the minimum requirement. Now, when you get to page 13, this is where you're going to take the information from the previous pages and you're going to actually fill out. So you're going to type in these boxes, your food, the price, and then what part of the dish it belongs. Is it the side dish? Is it the main course? Etc. On page 14, we are continuing that same process. Page 15, what we're doing here is we're taking our big master list that we've done on the previous pages, 13 and 14, and we're breaking it down. So you're calculating your total cost for your main course, for your side dish, for your fruits and vegetables, breads, and drinks. Page 16. We're doing the same thing now, but for appetizers and desserts. Now that you have pages 15 and 16, you can answer these questions down below. So what did you spend the most money on and why? And then what did you spend the least amount of money on and why? So over here on page 17, you're going to actually create a chart. And there's different ways that you can do that. One way is you can do little plot points. So you can insert a shape. Circles are good shapes for this. So let's say your main dish cost you, let's say, $30. So we'll put a dot there. Okay. And let's make that line a little thicker. Oopsies. So now we've got this little circle here. Now that I've already created it, I can hit Control C and Control V, And then let's see, my side dish, let's just pretend costs $15. And maybe my breads cost even less than that. Maybe Control C, Control V, maybe it was 10. So you're going to do that. You're going to plot these points for um, all of these different desserts. There's different ways to do this, though, friends. You can get creative. Like maybe you want to do a bar, right? So then you can insert a rectangle like that to make a bar graph. Um, it is really up to you. But there's two easy ways that I just showed you that you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my screen real quick before I go to the next page. Um, Now you'll see once this is all done, your bar graph, you're going to respond to this prompt based on the data in this graph. What information is most interesting to you and why? All right, let's go to this one. This is where uh, you're actually going to dive into the cooking process. So, what dish are you going to talk about here? And you're basically going to tell us how to cook it in 4 steps. So let's say maybe it was mashed potatoes. So maybe step one would be peeling and cleaning the potatoes. Step two would be boiling the potatoes. Step three would be adding the cream and the butter and all of that good stuff. And maybe step four would be the whipping or the mashing of the potatoes. So that's what you do there. The best dinner ever. So this is where you're going to write a short story, and remember to use your writing rubric for this. Write a short story about the best time you ever had with food. Share your story, be creative, and add lots of flavor. That means details. All right, let's go to page 20. Page 20, Instagobble. So in this one, you might need to be creative here because you might want to use some image. You might want to create a separate image and then insert that image here, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's say you've already designed um, your picture here that you're going to post, right? So now we need to get that picture here. So we can just go over here and insert image. We can upload that image from our computer. And let's see if I can just find a fun image for us. Pictures. Band concert, that seems like fun. Keepers, that'll probably be fun. So let's say this is a picture I drew or created. And so now I've got my picture here. Now let me show you how to make it so it fits on that screen down there. So you can grab the corners, shrink it down. And then if it's still not quite right, you can kind of see it's got a little tail here. You can kind of grab that tail and then you can move it around. Boom. And there is my image that I just uploaded. Now, obviously, this picture doesn't work. It would need to be a picture of my meal of some kind, preferably one that you created and not one that you just found online. So for page 21, I'm sorry, for page, let's see if I can get this to work. Nope. For page 21, um, uh, this is basically your mission is, even though we've already got our budget and we've done all of that work, you're going to create a different kind, and this is going to be your absolute cheapest Thanksgiving meal that you can muster. But you still have to have the drinks, the desserts, the appetizers, all of that stuff. Food planning, expensive. So now you get to spend as much money as you possibly can. You can use our, if we go back way, way back up here, you'll have to go back and you'll have to reference your food planning sheets up here. Now, obviously, you're not going to know exactly what everything costs. So let's say we want to know about potatoes. So we can say cost of potatoes. Perfect. Uh, so about 78 cents per pound. Okay. Now, how much is a pound of potatoes? That might be the next question. Let's see. So basically, my recommendation to you is to use the old internet. Look these things up. you'll be able to find them relatively quickly and relatively easily. All right, let's go back. So we just did our most expensive. So this part will be fun for you. So most of the time, if you're anything like me, you get junk mail all the time. And I get things from Albertsons, Safeway, Fred Meyer, all the local stores. So for this one, um, you're supposed to cut these out and glue them on. This is a digital activity, so you can take a picture of those coupons and then insert them just using your insert image. You can also put them on a separate piece of paper, right? And then just insert one image that will take up basically this whole area, right? So you could have all 6 of your coupons on a piece of paper that you take a picture of, and then you just insert them right here. Same thing for this page. Okay, so these pages 25, 25, 26, 27, 28. This is your master pricing for your next activity here. I'm sorry, this is not your master pricing. This is your master pricing for the whole thing. Now, when it's all said and done, friends, your um, your coupon should kind of look something like this. And then on page 33, this is the last part, and this is like the big part that I want you to be willing to share, is I want you to insert an image or a drawing of the table when it's all said and done. Your best Thanksgiving meal that you can possibly have. Insert that here. And then, friends, you are done with this project.